So welcome back to another session of Python. Here in this session, we are going to again deal with pandas, but particularly the topic concerned about pandas is how do we export and import data between MySQL and Python. With the help of pandas package, we can process the data. Already we know database tables are in the form of rows and columns. If it is rows and columns, there it is called as fields and records. Easily we can load the data into data frame and we can process the data for the desired output. If you want to analyze the data, usually in database data, the raw data without any information is saved. For that data, it can be used for multiple purposes. Say for example, in a university, there will be a student table in the database that will be used, the raw data will be used for multiple purposes. Say for example, they want to send you all a letter from the university to your home. They can use the student table of the database to create address labels. Number two, when they are processing your marks, your name, your ID, etc. is required. In that time also, the same student table is used. If you completed the course, if they want to retrieve who are all our alumni in that particular year, they want to invite for a special function, again the same database table can be used. So we say that data is one, but the way you interpret, the way you process the data, you can infer different meanings. You can draw different meanings. So we say that MySQL is a place where we store our data, bunch of data, but Python is the place where you are processing. The way you want, what you need, accordingly you will write some code. How you need to process, what you need the information from the data, accordingly you will design the program. Accordingly you will get output from the Python program. But the raw data from the database is same. For example, a student table can be used by Narasimha or maybe by Gautami or maybe by Manoj. The same database they can connect and they can process, but they may write different programs for their different purposes. This is where we say that data analysis is coming into the picture. Having said that, let's move on to the fundamental idea about exporting and importing data between MySQL and Python. For importing and exporting data between MySQL and Python, pandas, we need to install MySQL connector and MySQL client module. There are some separate packages are available. They are called as particularly MySQL connector and MySQL client modules. Two modules are there. The way you have installed from the navigator, Anaconda navigator, various packages you have installed. Similarly, you can install the MySQL connector package, MySQL client module, because it is small packages. We can say they are small. Yes, Narasimha, you want to say something?
No, sir.
Yeah,
By
Rise.
mistake.
Yeah, fine. Now we understand that the simple thing, how do we connect, how our Python program will connect with the MySQL? Who will write the code? How to connect? Who will pass the username, password? Which database I want to use from the server? In that particular database, which table I want to use? There should be a relationship between Python program and between MySQL because they are two different systems. Python is a different system, MySQL is a different system. In between, some intermediate program is required who can become a bridge between Python and MySQL. Almost all the databases are having the concept of connector. Connector is a piece of software, or in our case it is a module, which is becoming the bridge between Python and MySQL. So I can say that we don't write any system level programming, deep programming to connect with the MySQL. The connection between MySQL and Python is ready-made. Everything is easy. If we have installed Anaconda, then MySQL connector and MySQL need to be installed on your system. You can go to the navigator and you can install these things. We can check this Anaconda navigator by clicking or not install environment, then scroll down to the, you know how to connect from environment, how to install a particular module, you know that. So you have. Now we are focusing on some important steps. How do we export, import data between Pandas and MySQL? Particularly, we are dealing with Pandas package. Obviously, Pandas is nothing but a package of Python. It is also Python code only. How do we do that? Some steps has been described here. You have to import the MySQL connector package. Import MySQL.connector. MySQL.connector is a module you have to import. You can create or open a existing database. Then you can establish a connection to the database. Then you have to create a cursor object. We are going to see how and what, why by means of demo program. We are going to see all these steps. After importing the MySQL connector, we will establish the connection between our program and the MySQL server. Again, you have to give the username, password, which database you want to open, etc. etc. After that, you have to create a particular object called as cursor object. After that, read a SQL query. Read a SQL query means MySQL to Pandas. Execute a query means Pandas to MySQL. What do you want to do? Whether you want to import the data or export the data. If you want to export the data, you have to use the execute query. If you want to import the data to Pandas, you have to execute read the query. After that, you will be doing the commit transaction. Whatever you have done, whether you want to modify, read something, you will send that modifications to server. Server will accordingly modify the database. This is after doing all these things properly from the memory, we have to close the connection between Python program and MySQL. Why do we need to close the connection? If we don't close the connection, maybe data is left in the computer random access memory, something called as memory leak. Memory leak means properly if you didn't close the data, maybe that data, maybe your PIN number or password, someone can analyze the RAM and they can steal that data. Such type of a situation is called as in computer memory leak. Memory leak means anyone can attack your computer and they can steal the data from the random access memory. That's why we open means we also have to close the connection. Exporting data between Python and Pandas and MySQL. Insert delete record in MySQL from Pandas data frame. Using Pandas data frame, we want to insert delete record in MySQL. Now, what we have to do is we have to create some table in the database. Program is available in front of you. The first line says that import MySQL connector. This is required, this module is required because you are going to establish the connection between Python program and MySQL. You need a bridge. You need an intermediate program so that can understand both the Python and both the MySQL. That is the role the MySQL connector is playing. As usual, you have to download the Pandas. After that, you have to create a connection object. Con here is a connection object you are trying to create. Con is nothing but a object variable. How to create? MySQL dot connector dot connect. The connect method will be called, host parameter will be given as localhost, user will be given as root, password passwd. Please note the parameters. Whatever the password you set for your MySQL database, you have to specify the password here. After that, database equal to name of the database that you want to create, open. If it is not available, actually you are trying to create a database. So the connect method is very important first to create a connection between your program and a MySQL. What is the local host means? In which computer the MySQL server is running. Host is referring to that. Because it is not referring to a different computer, the default name is local host. Local host means where the program is running, there itself the MySQL is also running. That is the meaning, local host. Otherwise, you will specify like www.google.com, something you will specify the host name. In internet, somewhere the server is running. You will be specifying the name of the server. Now, that is not required for us here. After that, print the connection. What are the connection information? It will print you. What are the connection information? After that, see execute, delete from employee. Execute means a delete from employee is nothing but SQL language query. Deleting all the records from table employee. That is the meaning. Sachin is the name of the database. After that, commit. Commit means whatever it has deleted, it will be saved. Commit command is something like saving the database. After that, as usual, we are using row comma rs. Uh, Now, if you see already the data frame is not created here, but they are using actually C execute C con dot cursor. C is the object that you are using to iterate through. That is cursor object C you have created. Using that cursor object only, you can execute the queries. For extracting data frame from the data frame into different columns, row or S. For example, empid equal to string rs number for casting integer to string. Ename, date of joining, execute, insert into employee values. Empid, ename, date of joining, something you are specifying here. And after that, con commit. Con commit means connection. Commit means again something the in random access memory, temporary memory of the computer, various records you have inserted into your database table. Commit command will send those data to MySQL for saving. Without that commit, things will not happen. Now, what will be the data frame? What it is called as a close connection. Whatever the connection you opened with the help of connect, you have to close that connection with the help of close method. After that, empid, emp data, this data transfer successful. PD data frame emp data. Actually, this df should be in the top of the window before calling the df iterators. They have given in a wrong place in your frame. First you have to create the df, then you have to iterate through the df. Is nothing but some data available in your data frame that you want to save into your database table. This is what you are doing here. Now, employee ID, employee name, one by one, it can print you all the details. Now, after execution of the program, the records in employee table are, if you go to MySQL, if you check, you can see all these details. Now, before going to the example one, shall we create a database in our database and we can import some data from our table to database? Shall we try? Yes or no, my
Yes,
friends?
sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah. Uh, Now I want to start workbench. Already workbench is running. Now I'm establishing the connection. The connection is also readily available for me. For today's purpose, I want to create some database. Instead of creating a database inside Python, do some basic activities in the workbench. For example, create create visible now. Workbench is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Uh, I'm creating a database called as stud. The name of the database is called as stud. Or otherwise, I will create a database in the name of university. I'm control enter. I'm control entering. Well, okay, wait. My MySQL server is not running. I will start the server. In your case, you don't need to start because always it will be running. In my computer, always I'm switching off the server. It is not running. So I'm starting it. This is not required for you. When you install, obviously it will be running. You don't need to worry about that. Now, let me go and refresh the connection. Now it says that the server is running. It has to show you like this green signal running. Server is running. Okay. Now control enter. It says that the database uni has been created. After that, I want to create a table. Create a new table in the activity schema. Already, I didn't start using, so I have to use the command use uni. Now onward, uni command will be uni database will be used for any transaction. Now the database table is called as student. The first column name will be a roll number. I will let me give the column names everything in small letters. And second name is first name. After that, last name. After that, city. This is what I want to create a database table. Now, if I press the apply, it will ask you to execute the query to create the table. Now I am saying that roll number is a column name, F name is a column name, last name is the column name. I don't need the last name, I will give only L name, F name, L name. Okay, L name. After that, city. Now I am saying apply. Now execution is finished. Now if I go back to the query tab, if I give the command describe student, now it describing me the table has been successfully created. Got it now, my friends? So far it is okay for you. Only three commands I have used. Create database uni, use the database uni, describe student. I didn't type the command for creating the table. Instead you can type, but I avoided. I used the GUI step-by-step graphical user interface where I typed the details to create a table. Now, if you ask what is the data available in the table, select all from student. If you give this command, it says that zero rows are available. Zero rows are returned means the table is empty. Table is empty. Okay, fine. Now we will go to uh, Spider. We will start writing the program to connect with this database. Before that, let me check whether MySQL connector is available and running. And because many of the just I'm checking whether MySQL connector is available or not. This one you can do by your own, going to the Anaconda Navigator, environment, packages, you can select MySQL connector package. If it is not available, you can install. If it is available, you can leave it. You don't need to reinstall again. Anaconda is loading now. I am not going to project the Anaconda window. Just I am going to verify myself whether in my system connector is available or not. Not installed MySQL. MySQL connector hasn't been installed. So I have to install this. Now it is installing because MySQL connector was not available in my system. Now it is from the Anaconda Navigator. It is installing. Still it is in under process only. It is taking a long time. Uh, if you are sitting in your system also, you can start that Anaconda Navigator and please install the MySQL connector from uninstalled modules from the environment tab, so that if you want you can instantly you can verify how it works, the connection. It is taking long time. Let's see another example until it is loading. This first program I want to execute for you based on the table. This example I am not going to use. Whatever we have created, we will be creating the program based on that one. Now the second example that you are seeing in front of your screen, this is performing update operation in MySQL from Pandas data frame. Say for example, update employee, set employee name Sajid Bharadwaj, where employee ID equal to 101. The update red color, whatever you are seeing is a SQL language command. Update command is used to change the data item. Update employee, update table name, set ename, set column name equal to what should be the value. You should not say that set the column value as Sachin Bhardwaj. It will change all the column values as Sachin Bhardwaj. But where will filter that one? Where emp ID equal to 101, where the employee ID is equal to 101. Wherever the employee ID is 101, it has to be modified. Now, after that, if you say execute Q, commit, after that close the connection, when you go back and you select all from the workbench, you can see that wherever the employee ID was 101, the e-name could have been changed to Sachin Bharadwaj. This is the way we are executing and applying changes to MySQL database tables from Python. Still it is loading. What is happening? No, I'm not sure. In installed window, there is no installed component available. Not installed list is available. I'm saying apply this. It's keep on searching and it is not unloading anything. My internet connection is also, my voice is also clear, right? My voice is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
yeah. But the problem is now after doing that update, if you see before the e-name was Sachin, after using the changes update command in the Python, you have changed the e-name to Sachin Bhardwaj. Okay. Now importing data between Python and Pandas. Example number 1. To retrieve column employee data from employee table into data frame. This is opposite. That is importing the data from MySQL to Python data frame using the pandas. This is what this example is talking about. The third example. This is third example, but the previous two example is exporting data from data frame to MySQL table. Data frame is not permanent. As soon as you shut down the system, whatever you saved the data in the data frame, it is gone. It is not saved to any file. What you can do, you can save the data in a particular place permanently, which is the right place. Database is the right place. Now this program is doing that. Open the connection. Using the select command, you are selecting all the data from a particular read SQL query. This is read SQL query means the pandas is directly supporting this method called as this read SQL query. Directly it will execute the query, but you have to supply the connection object, con object. After that, if you print the emp id, you will get the output like this. Now all the tables from database searching into a data frame employee id. Say for example, you want to see all the tables, the way you are show tables command you are using. That one you can do read SQL query show tables from Sachin. If you use this command, automatically it will tell you what are the database tables available in your database. This SQL Alchemy is also another library available that we will come back again. Now I'll go back and I'll check what is happening in my system. After that, I will start the program. Again, I will restart, otherwise Anaconda is not working. Something wrong in my system. Anaconda is giving me problem. I don't think any reason for that one. I closed Anaconda Navigator. Again, I'm restarting. I'm waiting for the navigator to restart. Still, it is starting. Yeah, it is started. Again, let me try to go to the environment, install the packages, MySQL. Now I'm trying to apply the three packages or modules to be downloaded. Friends, please check that in your system, if you are sitting in your system, whether the MySQL connector package is able to be downloaded to your system. Please check. Vinay, Narsimha, Gautami, you can try this one. You are getting any particular
Okay,
error?
sir.
Yeah. Is there any, because the package is downloaded from a particular server from the internet, whether it is a problem for me or it is common problem, we are not able to download for a time being. What I did is, now let me check, my friends. What I did is, I tried to install from the command prompt, and I was successful installing. Let me go back to import MySQL connector. My friends, PowerShell is also available, right? One as a one program. Yes or no? Friends, are you able to see?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, what I did is I installed from pip command. There is a command. I will type that command in WhatsApp now. By command prompt also we can type from. What I did is I will type the command in WhatsApp now. I started PowerShell. I typed the command and I pressed enter, and
Yes,
successfully
sir.
my connector is installed.
Like where to know?
Yeah, yeah. Let me show you. Let me message you now. Now WhatsApp is loading. I don't know. Lot of things are running. Now I have typed the command. Using this command only in your WhatsApp, I have typed the command. This command only I used for installing. Now when I typed, when I'm trying to execute also, it is not complaining because it says that no problem. There is no error. So successfully my connector is uploaded. The navigator GUI is not helping me. I went to PowerShell and I installed. Now it is working. Now let me check whether my connection is established. First, I have to create a connection object. For that one, MySQL connector dot connect. First parameter is host parameter. For that host parameter, I have to say local host. This is first parameter. Second parameter is what is the second parameter? User equal to root. After that, pass wd wd equal to in my system I have kept one simple password 123 abc it seems. And what is the database name that we are going to create? What is the database name we are going to create? Just now we created the database is unu, right? What was the database? Unu database, right? So I'm typing database equal to unu. Is it visible now? It is a lengthy function. Actually,
Yes,
it
sir.
is not a lengthy function. It is very simple. A host name, user, password, and what is the database you want to use. That is the thing you are doing. This is first creating connection. After creating connection, what are you going to do? After that, you have to create a cursor. The cursor has to be created. Now I am going to create the cursor. Cursor will be called as C, using the con object only you can call the cursor object. Now C is created. Now what I can do, the next one is execute the query. For example, for rows, I have to create one data frame. For that one, I will create a what are the columns available in our table that we created in student? Roll number is there, You remember? Available or not?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Something I created like this. After that, what is the next column? F name, right? In F name, I will put all your names. First, for example, Narasimha. Next, for example, Gautami. And next, for example, Vinay. Next, for example, Manoj. And another student is Somashekar. Somasekhar. Now this is going to be uh, last name, L name. I'm not going to type anything. Uh, how many students? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have to add one additional roll number here. Only 4 roll numbers are there. So let me give it as 106. For 6 names, all the last name I'm going to put it as empty values, empty string. Copy, because I don't know all your last name. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, done. After that, city. After that, city I'm creating. City, for example, first Narasimha, for example, Vishakhapatnam. Number 2, Gautami, I think Guntur. Vinay, for example, simply I'm typing, I'm not typing, I'm not knowing all the names, something I'm typing. Manoj, for example, Chennai. Somashekar, say for example, um, Amaravati, something I typed. Now my data frame is having any error? No errors, right? There any errors?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now I can read the iter rows. Using the iter rows function, I can take the details of the things in the item. Now what is going to happen? Iter rows is going to return 2 values. One is row number, index number. After that, the details of the row, iter rows. If you iterating rows function, if you recall from the data frame, what we have done is we can create a data frame. Based on the data frame, 2 values can be returned, and that values can be specifically we can go through one by one. Now for that effect, first let me create the data frame. Df equal to pd data frame d, based on the d data dictionary. I want to create now the df, it is available. Row number, this is record set in df iter row. Now what are we going to do? First is roll number. That roll number will be taken from the data frame. How can I take the roll number? Iter rows. It is all numbers. Already in database is also roll number is a integer only. So I can take that row number first column value. After that, first name. First name is rs index 1. Last name is rs 2, and city is equal to rs 3 in the database. Now I'm going to use the insert command. Without the insert command, we cannot do all these things. Insert into employee values equal to employee id. You have to tell employee ID, employee name, date of joining. Something you have to mention like this. You have to be very careful when you are writing this query, because wherever you need the comma, quotation and all, you have to properly specify those things. Got it now, my friends? Now I'm going to execute the query. Which one I can use for executing the query? The connect cursor object I have to use. There is a function called as execute. What is the code? Undefined name, roll number. Okay, I have to put, you see, this is a string value. So I have to put like this only.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have to put like this. Execute. What I have to execute? Insert. Even I can type it everything in a small. Insert into, what is the name of the table? Is stood, right? Yes or no? Let me recheck that name. Yes, student. The full name is available. Student. The name of the table that we created was in the database unu student. Values is, what are the values we want to insert? First, we want to insert the roll number. After that, we want first name. After that, last name. After that, city we want to enter. This is the query we want to execute.
Sir,
Yes, yes, please.
sir, line 12 is error, sir, because there is no pandas. We didn't import the pandas, right?
Yeah, yeah, we have to import. Yes, yes. Import, import pandas
Pandas.
as PD. Yes, obviously we need. I forget to include that line, but obviously we need that. Without that one, we are not going to do anything. After that, we have to say whatever we inserted with the help of a for loop. Many records we inserted into the memory. Now we have to say that commit. We have to say connection commit. Commit means nothing but save. After that, connection close. Connection has to be, sorry, not connection, cursor has to be closed. Now everything is closed. Now I can, after that, you can display a message that print five rows inserted into the database table. Like this, you can message. If there is any error, the last line will not be executed. In between, it will stop. If there is no error in our program, automatically the last line will be reached and we can understand that 5 rows has been inserted into our database table. Let me run the program. If there is any error, it has to tell me what is the error. Authentication plugin, cache SHA password is not supported. SHA-2 password is not supported. Okay. Caching SHA password is not supported. Okay. Self authentication. The connection line is producing lot of errors. 1 minute, I'll tell you. I'll change this one. 1 second, give me. I will add some additional stuff. The connection will be successful.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. I'm little bit modifying the code. I'm little bit modifying the connection. I have to tell the authentication method. Let me check what it says now. Still it says the same one, caching SHA password, native password. It is not supporting because the latest version of what it is called as MySQL is having some information issues. Let me change this one into password because that is also changed. Okay, password SHA-2 password. The mechanism of password is SHA-2. It is not supported. What they are suggesting is the latest version of MySQL is having different type of password encryption method. That is what I'm getting now. SHA-2 pluggable authentication. Why? What is this kind of error? They have suggested a solution for this. I'm trying that one also. After that, if it is successful, I will tell you. Uh, the latest version of MySQL is having a encryption method. That is the problem that we are facing now. Now let me run the program. And I'm finding the reason for this. If I say like this, what will happen? Hmm? Iter row. Now the connection is successful. We got the connection now. Uh, iter row. Iter row. What is the spelling of the function? Friends, what was the spelling?
ITT, sir.
Huh?
ITTER.
Iter rows, right? Iter rows. See, iter rows. Yes, that is the name of the function. Yeah, yeah. Yes is missing. You see, only mistake is S is missing. Now connection is okay. Data frame is okay. Now we are getting that the insert command is having error. Inline result self execute query. Okay. Insert into student values. Now the query is not properly formatted, and now it is showing me the error. I'm going to rectify that. Now connection, everything is okay. Uh, what is the error I'm getting? Insert into employees values. Okay. The variables I didn't format properly. See, whatever the query, let me create the query string here. Query string s equal to insert into student values. This is one string values. This is the string. After that, I have to combine the value of roll number, and then I have to put comma. Then see, you please try to understand what we are doing here. String concatenation we are doing, and f name. After that, one comma, After that, L name. After that, comma. After that, city. After that, closing parenthesis. I hope now the string is proper. Simply you can call that string yes here. Instead of typing the string in execute, simply call that string s. I hope now I have formatted the string properly. Uh, Inside student values or comma f comma l comma city. Now it is perfectly all right. I hope it should work. Invalid syntax. Here is that error. Line 21.
21, sir. Last quotation is there, sir.
Last quotation is
Remove the quotation, sir, in last 21,
no, no, it is
21th
required
line.
now. No, it is required.
After bracket, sir.
After the bracket, if we remove,
After
no, it will not work.
scroll,
Read this one, Nasima. The
sir.
string
Yes,
concatenation
sir.
is having. Hmm? Tell me exactly where I have typed wrongly.
Please drag that side, sir.
Inside. Here I cannot
Sir, no,
remove.
sir.
That is also error.
Well,
It will also be an error. Unmatching. Otherwise, let me put it. Let me put it in single quotes. Whatever I'm typing inside.
okay.
Whatever I'm typing inside, I will put it in single quote. A whole string will be enclosed by double quote. Okay. I will try like this.
Sir, you are putting quotations after parenthesis, sir.
After,
Parenthesis.
yes, it is required now, Nasima. It is required.
Out of parenthesis, sir. Not in parenthesis. Drag. See this as in last.
Last one.
Yes, sir.
Now you see,
Last.
it
Out of
says
parenthesis, sir. Single and double is there, sir.
up to this one string, Nasima. See, the multiple values has to be inserted. That's why the formatting is having problem. Except that one, no problem here. I have to do proper formatting. Let me check like this. One second, one second. I'm doing lot of mistakes. Formatting.
Sir, in last, there is single quotation or the double quotation is there, sir, in last,
Is
out
it
of
available?
parenthesis.
Is that
Yes, sir.
okay?
Remove single quotation, sir, out of parenthesis.
Okay, what about triple quotes? Triple double triple also we can use now,
Yes.
right?
In last also we can use.
No, there is some mechanism for this one. I have to take this one as formatting values. Okay, I will try this one. Yes, comma, yes, comma, yes, comma, yes, because I need to find out the easy method. Formatting errors, I'm doing a lot of formatting errors. Uh, RN, comma, F name, comma, L name, comma, city. How about this one? S will be created, string will be created. Now I'll see. F name is not available. Fn is available. Now it see this is going to work. It seems this is the easiest method. It seems. Insert format this string. Friends, I will finish this one. Please be patient. Because I didn't type in advance. These are all some complicated programs. I didn't type and ready-madely it is not available with me. Shagapatnam, who is first record is itself is giving error. What is here the error in print statement? Asima,
Sir,
what is the error? It says yes, 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 yes. Here one double quote is missing. Here I have to close that format. Oh no, this is not required. This is not. This format is not required. Now I put it the format in the lost. Now it should work. You see, insert into student values 100 Narasimha Visakhapatnam, trace back. Uh, Visakhapatnam, near to Visakhapatnam, what is okay? Double semi, double comma is there. Double commas are there. Where is that?
sir, in 10th line, after bracket, there is a No, 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 no. Sir,
No, it is correct, na?
sir, yes, sir.
Yeah, Visakhapatnam. It says at the end of the line also, it is putting a comma. You see the Narasimha Visakhapatnam values. Narasimha Visakhapatnam. Insert into student values 100 Narasimha Visakhapatnam. Okay, this is correct. Okay, I will put it in a single quote. After that, what will happen? One additional course in our formatting, one additional, this is coming 100 Narasimha Visakhapatnam. Okay, let me put it like this because they are string values. String values, I put it in single quote. For integer, I didn't put. Yes, we got it. Got it now, my friends? Five
Sir,
rows
yes, sir.
yeah, 5 rows inserted in when we are developing the program, this is the most of the time for teaching only I'm coming to this place. Otherwise I'm not saving the program as such. Whatever the program I'm developing, I'm sharing with you all. Now we will go back to what it is called as a workbench now. Let me project the workbench. This program I will share with you all. Before that, we'll check whether the server has been updated. Uh, Workbench window I'm sharing. Now select all from students. Are you getting the database has been saved? Are you able to see?
Yes, sir.
So the database has been saved in the server. Now let me copy paste this program in your WhatsApp. A lot of stuff is there because most of the time what we missed is comma quotations and punctuation mark where we struggled a bit because typographical errors mostly. Uh, Now I'm copy pasting the program. The program is already I paused. If the MySQL, please use this command from PowerShell to install MySQL connector. What I did is it was also giving me problem. This connector also I used MySQL connector Python. This is the one I used and it was successful. The connection was successful. Otherwise, it was giving me errors. Lot of version changes are there. Frequently, we have to update that version details. This one also you can use the native MySQL connector software or module written in the Python language. Got it now, my friends? Now, let me wrap up here. Please go through the programs, whatever we have shared, 3 example programs, because if you understood this, you can execute the rest of the programs. Otherwise, tomorrow again, I'm going to type all the program. But whenever I get the time, I will prepare the programs ready-madely for you so that it will not be a time-consuming process for us when we meet online. Sorry, offline. Okay, friends.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, thank you.